Hey everyone, Monique back here for another video. Today I am going to be pattern testing this pattern by Traveling Pony Studios. I am so excited because this is my first time doing a pattern test, and I was really trying to ramp up my Instagram page and reaching out to pattern tests to see if I'd be able to get a chance to join one, because I feel like it'd be really fun and a nice cool accomplishment, and I'm so glad that I was able to get to join this one. In this video today, I am going to show you me doing the practice test, the notes I have written down, and also how I was able to pattern test to begin with, because let me tell you, I do have a small following on Instagram. I only have 30 followers on Instagram, so I'm going to share that all of you with today's video. First things first, something I did make this week that I feel like is pretty noteworthy is I finally made the Dragon Snuggler, Kato the Dragon Snuggler by Lemon Craft Crochet. I'll put the pattern up here. I really been wanting to make this for a while, and this turned out so good. I spent 8 hours on Sunday putting it together. I used the Bernat blanket from Perfect Phasing for the frill, Sweet Snuggles Light, and then the last of the bi-colored Big Living Twist, and I made it baby safe by doing embroidery eyes. I love this. Oh my gosh, they are perfect. They are everything, and I really want to start doing more detailed patterns. I feel like I'm getting pretty good grip on big old boys like this. Like, I love this boy. He's a simple boy, and I do love them. But also, this is so bleeping cool. Oh my goodness. Other than that, how I was able to be selected for pattern testing. First things first, I was really inspired by Jupiter Makes. Her channel is right here. She's done quite a few pattern tests, and I felt inspired, like, wow, you know, maybe I do pattern tests too. Even but Jupiter Makes her stuff is like awesome and incredible, and I was like, I gotta look through, see how I can get up to that level. So I had gone through Reddit, I've read through different comments. I will place some of these comments here that were the most helpful for me. But really something that it was important for me to focus on, there's a little fly over there. There's quite a few flies. I don't know why as the season warms up, so that's something that future me needs to remember. But something that was important for me was to make sure that my portfolio was looking good. So on my Instagram page, a lot of my pictures before was not great lighting. As you can see, I've stepped up my lighting game for YouTube. I have the natural lighting here, but I really wanted to start taking pictures outside. So I went over my boyfriend's place, as I talked about last video, took like 125 pictures outside and scheduled loads of posts. I made sure to follow more people on Instagram who follow the same style as me in order to get inspiration for backdrops and how to take pictures. And also part of it's just luck, you know. So you just gotta keep on looking. It gets kind of tiring looking, and you have to be able to accept some no's, you know. The reason why you gotta accept some no's is because sometimes for some people, and that is their prerogative to do, is that they oftentimes accept volunteers to pattern test for the people who have big followings, for you know, the pattern to get more outreach, which is fine, you know. I also know there are some pattern testers who look for people who are more beginners or more have smaller followings, so that way they, you know, because they're still newer to crochet, they'll have a lot more questions and things that could be added to patterns, because most people that buy patterns are probably not going to be like the people who you know, been doing this for a really long time. So those are some things to keep in mind if you're looking into pattern testing. All of that out the way, we're gonna get started. First, this is the picture of the pattern test near call by Travel Pony Studios, and I put in the comments that I kind of want to make them boots inspired. One big thing for pattern testing is you're not supposed to change the pattern at all, so I'm not going to add the boots. I'll probably just do them on the side, but I'm not really good at crocheting clothing, so we'll see. But I'm gonna have them have a gray body, pretty sure a light yellow tummy, and a pink face, and boots is gonna look great, and I'm so excited to get started on this. I do enjoy sitting here, but also I need that back support, so let's move to my chair. Okay, hey again everyone, you're at my desk here. Sorry it's not as much natural lighting. I really tried, but you know, there's only so much I can do without having light box. Also, yes, hi, this is a pimple patch because I have a tendency to pick my face, so that prevents me from damaging my skin. First, what I'm going to do is open up the pattern that was sent to me. Okay, I have the pattern open. I have my sticky pad here, and it says for materials I need chenille hose slim or a similar weight yarn. So I am going to be using Sweet Snuggles Light, which is basically the bright color version. I am going to be using a 5 hook, so I'm going to go get those colors. All right, I returned here with my colors. I'm going to move them to the sides, that way it's not like blocking the whole screen. Okay, and now I also have my inspiration photo up here for idea of how I want to do the colors, and I am now going to get started on moving this over here. Looking through the pattern first. So right now I'm looking through the pattern and seeing if there's anything that's unclear to me as a beginner. Okay, I just wrote down my notes for what I think maybe could be for the arms. The pattern looks great so far. Like, it looks really, really good. It feels like almost just like kind of like picking at like small things for like clarity. But no, the pattern looks great so far. I'm gonna get started on the arms and we'll be right back. Okay, I just made my first mistake on this. I was not reading quickly enough, so I was reading too quickly, and I saw lightly stuff, fold arm in half, and then do 4 single crochet across, but I didn't see round 12, so I made an oopsie and cut it. Thankfully, that's an easy fix. You can just like fold it in half again, and then just like stick it in there, and then chain, and then just go back through and, you know, complete it to make sure the arm is together. I probably should stuff it first, huh? Let me not jump the gun. I'm gonna do that off camera. While I'm stuffing this, I want to say that this is an awesome pattern. I really like how it's constructed and the directions look great, and I'm super glad I get to be a part of this. I also know that I'm like still a beginner when it comes to amigurumi stuff, and I have a tendency to make quite a few mistakes. So if you see me making mistakes, it's not on the pattern, it's on me. Like for the arm stuff, but they look good. Arm looks nice. All right. Okay, right now I just took some time to make a document, so that way I'm able to make sure that everything I want to say is concise. And I also made sure to kind of like include pictures and also include good things, all right? One thing that I was always taught as a teacher is to do like a compliment sandwich, you know, so you talk about the things you like and then some suggestions, all right? They're not things that have to be changed, they're just suggestions, because, you know, everyone's going to see something differently for things like this. So that's what I worked on right now. I just finished formatting that, and now I'm going to continue working on the second arm. Okay, hey everyone. Right now I just finished all the side pieces for like what to sew on. If you ever choose the pattern test, know that will take longer than if you're just doing the pattern by itself. If you write a lot of notes, like for me, I'm very wordy and I write a lot of notes. I can't remember when I started, but right now it's like 11:25, so I want to say I started around 8 or 9, so it's been about 2.5 hours. So just keep that in mind whenever you choose the pattern test. But I'm on the home stretch. I just gotta do the legs, and then the legs, body, and head are all put together, and then we just sew them together, and we're gonna go from there. So I'll be back later. Okay, hey everyone, Monique back here. I am almost done. The problem is I'm going to run out of yarn. I am hoping that I run out at the end of doing the 6 rows at the end, so that way the top can just be yellow. I can do like yellow spikes, but this is how much yarn I have left. I think I'm gonna be able to just do like 3 more rows on the head. I'm so sad, but that's fine. I would go out and buy more yarn if I can, but I wouldn't be able to today, and everyone else is already done, and I'm just getting in my head, but it will get done. They're gonna look good in the end. And also, I don't remember if I said this earlier, I did not realize that, I don't know why I was being so goofy, but when I was going to get started for legs, I was like, wait a second, Boots has a yellow tummy and a pink face. I'm not doing the color changes because my color changes are not good. And 1 and 2, you're not supposed to really change up the pattern like that because you're testing the pattern. You're not obviously like modifying the person's pattern. I think the only thing I did was I did like yellow on the tip, but like not gonna really see it in the photo. So that's my current dilemma. I'm trying to think, oh gosh, will I have enough yarn? I'm trying not to panic, but you know, we're just gonna keep on keeping on. One thing I will say is that, oh my gosh, I am doing very well keeping the stitches even. There's no gaps when I was stuffing, like, you know, those big gaps that I usually get, which I'm really proud of because I really want to make sure I can take quality photos of this for the person. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on working on this and try to remain calm and not get in my head and finish up this bad boy. Okay, I'm back. I half won yarn chicken. I had to cut the ears and I'm gonna attach the white thread on there. I couldn't do the last 2 decreases and I used some scraps, leftover scraps I had in there, but it's done. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now I just have to sew everything on. You may notice there's no eyes. I'm gonna try embroidering eyes because I want to incorporate more yellow into this. I mean, I have the yellow bit on the tail, so I'm gonna do the eyes in yellow and then the tails or top are gonna be yellow. So yeah, I'll do a little time lapse of me sewing this up because why not? I feel like it'd be pretty cool to watch my serious face as I stab into this, so I'll be back. Okay everyone, while I do the hair, I figured I'd talk about my experience of this pattern test. I decided to embroider on the eyes. Editing Monique, I changed the eyes later. The whites are kind of hard to see in the lighting, but there are little specks of white acrylic paint for the eyes. And I think really doing the hair is going to tie it all together. Oh gosh, I love the yellow eyes. It's a little weird, but I like weird. So my experience doing this pattern test, it was really, really fun. I'm so glad that I was able to get a chance to not only do a pattern test, but also have my first pattern test be from a YouTuber who I watch a lot. I love Carrie's videos. Her videos are awesome. If you ever got a chance to watch them, be sure to watch them. I'll have like a picture of her channel right here. Some things that I would know for next time for pattern testing. One, make sure you have enough yarn. That's one thing. Good thing I was able to have just enough to finish the top of the head, but I barely had enough. And I was like, oh goodness gracious. But nope, I had just enough. But make sure you have enough yarn. 2, make sure you have an idea what you want to be like inspired by. I know something for me when I look at the pattern tests for when they show the results of like chain 6, when people show the pattern testers work, I'm like, wow, I really get inspired to do a project from the ones that are a little bit kooky. So definitely make sure that you are inspired by something. If you want to do something normal, that's fine, but for me, I'm really drawn to the ones that are different, have different colors, because it makes you feel really inspired. I guess it's kind of like an editorial. Like no one, I mean sometimes I do, but most people I generally see out and about don't wear editorial makeup for every day. But like I was definitely the type of person to rock like bright blue lipstick or bright yellow lipstick when I was a bit younger. But just really like a source of inspiration. 2, make sure you set aside around enough time. Ooh, my bad. Make sure you set aside enough time to get the pattern test done. For me, I would say it took about double the amount of time that it would normally take me to get a pattern done. This is just because you're going to be running to write notes. You want to write notes for how to make the pattern more concise, and think about it from the perspective of a beginner. Like I know I would definitely still consider myself a beginner because I've only been crocheting since January, and I think I've done a few complex projects, but other than that, like there's still some basic crochet things that I know that I can learn. And just have fun with it. Like this was definitely a lot of fun. Maybe next time I wouldn't do it all in one go, just because typing up stuff, I've never been a good person for sitting up and typing for a while. It was definitely pretty tiring. Like crocheting, good. Typing up, especially since I I'll show like a little snippet of the document here after. Since I'm a pretty anal person when it comes to like documents and making sure they all look great, you can imagine how long it takes me to lesson plan. It definitely took more time and energy than what I was expecting, but also I know that I'm glad I get to volunteer and do this and try this at least once. I'm now gonna skip ahead to the end when I'm finished slip stitching all these in here, because let me tell you, slip stitches is probably my least favorite stitch. I'm gonna be real with you, I hate slip stitches. Oh, slip stitches are so evil, bro. So I will see y'all in a bit. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna end off the video. This is the final look of Milo the monkey. I embroidered the eyes. I don't know if I showed the ones before, but I didn't think there was enough dark on it, so I added the brown for it, and I think they turned out pretty good. I went outside, I took some pictures, which you can see on my Instagram, and I think that they turned out great. I think the only thing I would change is that I need to read the directions better, so I wasn't supposed to cut off after every slip stitch, as y'all saw me in the previous clip, but I think it turned out fine anyways. How I would price this guy, let me put all the info in my pricing calculator and I'll get back to you. Okay, I put everything in, and because this would take me 2 hours without typing everything down, your pricing calculator came out to about $36. I'm gonna charge $30 for it, and this is them. Thank you for coming along with me today on my very first pattern test. I am so excited I was able to get a chance to do it. Here's hoping I get a chance to do a few more. Again, I'll make sure to include in previous clips what my document looked like that I did, and different details that I was looking for to make it easier for beginners. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next video tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye.